Alright, what is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again to finish the Fontaine World Quest. This is going to be a shorter stream. If you're watching this on Twitch, I got cut off yesterday. I had to go take care of some stuff, and I could not end up streaming later last night when I got home. So we were nearing the end of a quest. And I did a lot of theory crafting. I probably spent a little too long theory crafting, which is why I did not have time to finish the quest. But there was a lot of really interesting, really fascinating stuff going on in Fontaine. My mind is being blown, and there's just so much I'm so curious about, so I really want to finish this quest. There's one or two other world things I got to do in Fontaine. And we are going to get to that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm probably just going to splice this together with my previous video. So we're good. That being said, make sure you're following on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube. You guys know the drill. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into this. Here we go. So first things first. I was going through all of the the achievements I've done in my free time, of which there are many. Like I just did this one, which was a 5-day real-world quest. You just got to keep going back. Or a really annoying one, this one, lovely sights further than the eye can see. Bid farewell to your boatman. On Surumi Island, you have to solve all of Surumi Island, do everything, and then after all of that, you can meet the boatman, who's a ghost, and tells you about other souls of ghosts on the island, and then you have to do quests for all of them, some of them being multiple-day quests. So you have to solve, I think it was like 7 or 8 quests for multiple characters over the course of multiple days to get this one achievement for 5 primos. Some Enkanomiya ones, some Chasm ones. No, this gets to the Fontaine stuff. Like, I was looking at that, Angle Eraser, because I know that yesterday we kept talking about all the beasts that were getting summoned, Rift Hounds, when we were deciphering the Book of Revelations or the Book of Revealing. And I had this whole page. This was all just information I got just yesterday in one thing for my Genshin theories. And there was so much. So we kept hearing the name Jacob Ingle, and I realized that that's the Jacob who's part of the Mamere quest, who's been feeding on dragon blood and was studying the primordial sea, and he transformed and changed by eating the body and blood of Alinus, the beast of Alinus Island. And Alinus was somehow related to the Rift Hounds. They maybe came from the same place, and I'm like, a dragon? So are dragons and Rift Hounds from the same location? We also learned that Rift Hounds were at Conria, which is fascinating to me. So I was looking all this up, and I got to some cool stuff. This was part of it, the white ship, because that was the ship that was used by Basil, who was one of the children from the Institute, along with Jacob, Elaine, and Marianne. Elaine and Marianne, who we met during the Anne quest, were siblings and children of Uncle Guillotine, who invented the high-tech Gardamex of Fontaine. Elaine invented or discovered Numawisa energy at the Institute of Natural Philosophy. The Book of Revelations, they mentioned the Looking Glass, which I think was part of the Anne Narcissenkreuz quest. All of the Mamere's paints and the ore that's involved in our current quest is related to the same material as Scarlet Quartz. It's the blood of a dragon, which has related to the filth of the chasm, which itself is the embodiment of the apocalypse and the blood of Apep, the dragon. There was someone named Carter who was sick, and they experimented on him and cut out his vocal cords, but he would never die and would regrow them, and I don't know what any of that was about. Freaked out. They kept talking about forming a society or a cult, which is what I thought. Jacob supposedly gained the ability to transform into something from feeding on the blood of a dragon. They called it material. The Rift Hounds were material from the calamity. Blah blah blah. They were looking into human transcendence, implying that the author was not human. The director had visions of the apocalypse. The green feather belonged to that. The sword that I currently have in my possession is some kind of key. They were trying to create a circle of orthants, aka the 4 constituent elements and the tree of emanation, which is all primordial witchcraft stuff. There's one line in particular, as prelude to the apocalypse, the sea will something. I think it's the sea will rise. And I think that all of this that's happening in Fontaine, the prophecy that Linny and Lynette told us about, is the prelude to the apocalypse. The secrets guarded by Enkonomia. They said they're secrets guarded by an old civilization, and that's where the ruins are from. The ruins we discovered yesterday were matched Enkonomia bit for bit. There were supposedly, the things that were left behind were inferior mutants. My theories... The Melazine are the inferior mutants. The Oceanids. But I don't think the Oceanids anymore, because I think, because there's a line later, that people were... That whoever the author was, they wanted to turn everyone into water. So I don't think the... Which we know Oceanids are made via that. So I don't think it's an Oceanid. So I think it's either the Melazine or the corrupted Hydroidolans. Author wanted all of Fontaine to transcend and become water, dissolve. Dissolving means rebirth and getting rid of personality. Primordial seawater. Lyris was around, so we know Lyris was a real person. I do not think... That's it. So I think the Hydroidolans are the corrupted, and the Melazine are the children of Elias. Because they said they're coming from out of this world, and Mare can hear her father. Blah, blah, blah. So a lot of crazy theories. But as I was going through that, I saw this one, which I unlocked yesterday. The Encyclopedia of Natural Philosophy. Use the glass wall and an indecipherable book to discover the gathering place of an old society. The book of Revealing, and the looking glass were the 2 methods of entering the alternate world. The glass wall and the indecipherable book. The looking glass and the book of Revealing. The gathering place of an old society, the cult. And now I believe that old society, they mentioned a society, the Ordo. Sorry. We were doing all this. We were doing a lot yesterday, damn. Right here. Find a more special subject in the Institute of Natural Philosophy Study. There's... Okay. Let's... Alright. Obviously a lot to do. That... I think it was here? Yeah. So the Institute of Natural Philosophy. Maybe I'll go back and read all the books in here. But if you hop through this book... I discovered this yesterday. We found this beautiful place. And it has 4 chairs. So I think this, the Ordo, wherever we are right now, is the meeting place of the ancient society. I think this is it. And I think there were 4 members. And I think it's the author, Jacob, Marianne, and Elaine. I think those are the 4. There were others that they mentioned, like Carter, Lyris, Carl, Renee, but I don't believe that they were part. So I think it all ties in with whatever the hell this is. Alright, as we are getting started, since this took 1 day longer than I thought, we actually can do one other thing. we can go help out our buddy the Blubber Beast, who has maxed out his feeding. Berry Puff. Berry Puffier. Oh yeah, he's much bigger. Blub blub. Blub. He seems to understand your intention and looks hesitant. Doesn't want to leave? This place must feel like home. The sea is a vast place. You can come back anytime you want. You take the Blubber Beast outside. Blub? Blub? It's looking in the direction of the aquarium. Doesn't want to leave? Oh, its old friend is here. You should still have fun with your friends. Bye, Berry Puff. Take care of yourself. The Blubber Beast, reluctant to leave, it comes and gently rubs your cheek as it's saying goodbye before slipping away. It seems to remember something. It bows its head, bites your sleeve, and raises its head again and barks softly in the direction of the aquarium twice. Blubby Chubby Creative Evolution. Thanks, Berry Puff. As we are setting up to finish this off, there's one thing I wanted to show you guys, and it may be probably my favorite. This is not important and not lore heavy, but I wanted to dive into this before I spend the rest of this video doing lore stuff. This might be... The enemies have been getting more and more expressive since Fontaine. Like, in Fontaine, you saw enemies playing cards with each other, dancing, training animals. This is my new favorite. It's a little conductor octopus, and the little things are dancing around him, and I love it. I think it's adorable. I think this is just the best. This is so expressive and full of so much personality. And just look at that. They're just... It's... MiHoYo is great because they clearly just care. They give a damn, you know? The place where we were in a lonely place. Nope. Alright, we're ready to dive back in and do some more lore, okay? Shout out to Trinity3 yesterday, who was chatting with me the entire time about all the weird potential lore. No red. Get close to this stone. Red. I fully believe that Linus the Beast, in one of the things they had mentioned that he was like storing parts of his body. I think that this is his heart. We know his body was big enough that it covered most of the outside. You also can't climb on it. Can't read its mind. And it's giving off the same red glow. These crystals that we see, they look to me both like Scarlet Quartz and the Chasm Goo. No, I did want that. Might have to go the other way. Right? Yeah, go to a lonely place. Alright, so this is where we left off yesterday. We helped Mamere rescue a... Was it Puka? One of the 3 Melusines that we saved? No, she was down in the water. We saved a few Melusines, including one up here, who's an apprentice to the Marichu's Phantom, whatever. Made our way down here when the quake started getting worse. The red glow started getting worse. The 3 Eremites that assaulted Mamere and broke the robot dog ran out of here. We caught them, and they said that Jacob was freaking out and he was doing something with the ore. I personally think that he is Jacob Ingold and is eating the ore and absorbing it to improve his transformation. And now we're going to find out. Okay, so this is where I'm going to pick up, guys. On YouTube, this is where I'm splicing the video together. I had to leave yesterday, but I am back to continue this. I just did a big recap of all the lore I discovered. If you want, you can check that out on Twitch. Okay. We could use Seymour to break the wall down. The current's over there. Swim over because Father's blood is already... We cannot deal any further. Let's swim from over there. Okay, this theory is a little out of pocket, but like, what if when the primordial sea water lifted away or faded away all those years ago, maybe they killed Linus, the sea dragon, to create new water, and all water is the blood of the hydro dragon? Could that be a thing? That's how Pyro remembers the currents used to flow in the opposite direction. Note, regular record space correlation has decreased the frequency of such efficiency or efficacy. I don't see it. I mean, there are still fish. That way. Oh, nope, this is a new way that I don't usually go. That would... Oh, we're back in a very warm place. Weren't we just here? Or are we underneath a very warm place? I think, oh, no, we're here. Is he an Abyss Lector? Or an Iniquitous Baptist? What the... What happened to that strange guy? Hey, Cookie PNG1, how you doing today? It's a heart! It looks like a heart! I knew it! I called it! Okay. I'm doing good. How are you? This is the original form of the heart. Wait, you're Jacob. What are you doing? Gathering paint, as you can see. Look at him. He's an Abyss... That's not a Herald, right? That's an Abyss Lector. Let me just quickly search up what the what they both look like. Abyss Herald. Yep. Abyss Lector. I mean, he has the back to resemble an Elector, but what was it? The Genshin Iniquitous Baptist. Let's take a look at that. Because he doesn't have all the colors of the Iniquitous Baptist. But I think it is the same character model, though. It's the same character model as the Iniquitous Baptist, but it doesn't have all the colors of the different various elements. It just has the abyssal power flowing through it. Paint. What an interesting way to describe this filth. To think that anyone would set it upon canvas. What? Still, your arrival here is quite unexpected. So, wait, so Jacob could transform into that thing after feeding on the blood of Alinus and the meat of and the flesh of Alinus. So, are people from the abyss made by devouring dragons? Iniquitous Baptist. Abyss. I mean, if the abyss is made from dragons, it would... I could swear I sealed all entrances. Did I slip up somewhere? You're a member of the Abyss Order. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's evil, there's you guys. The Abyss Order. Don't lump me in with those benighted primitives. But isn't he wearing the symbol of the Abyss Order on his chest? I mean, it's part of the character model, but that's literally the black pointed star is that symbol. They are no different from those oppressors. The power they seek is but a tool that only a few can use. What we search for is true equality, the liberation of will. Just as my friend said, those who lack weakness of consciousness shall not be subdued either by gods or death. So stop your prattling. If you aren't with the Abyss Order, how do you explain the magic you used earlier? I merely use the power of the Abyss to reverse the crystallization process. In any case, I had not expected to see its heart withered to such an extent after a mere few hundred years. As such, it needed to be restarted for me to obtain sufficient blood. Because he feeds on the dragon's blood. A rather inelegant method of doing things, you might think. Alas, there's no other way. I too initially believed I could obtain enough congealed blood from Miss Mamere through peaceful means. Okay, that confirms that Mamere's paint and the scarlet quartz of dragon spine is congealed dragon blood. This would have allowed the plan to go through without alerting the Marashu's hunters. Alas, that backfired. Too bad, I suppose. Did you say you wanted paint? What's this congealed blood? This is more interesting than I thought. So you don't actually know what the paints really are or the power they contain. I spoke too much. I do know. I have the paper and hours of gameplay to prove it. I do know what it is. I fail to understand. Why would you want to get close to Mamere if you don't understand the value of these paints? Don't bring us down to the level of a sneaking, scheming schemer like yourself. You summoned the monsters earlier, didn't you? What did you do that for? Why did you have it attack the Melazine? I hardly have time for frivolous pursuits. In theory, the arrays I activated in those ruins to reverse the crystallization would have temporarily opened the way to the realm of beasts. Okay, so the purple runes are abyss magic, but they had nothing to do with the attack of Conria or anything. That's probably just how we discovered it. Used to reverse crystallization. And the Rift Hounds were an accident. I suppose that's how the monsters you mentioned were attracted, like flies to festering meat on the road. As for the Melazine, an unrelated matter, I fear. Let's not discuss them. Compared to that, Miss Lumine, do indulge my curiosity. What do you think of the original sights here, now that you've seen them? Look at your feet, blood flowing like a river, fertilizing the very dust of the earth with their filthy fat. If I told you that a greater disaster than that will come one day, how would you react? The apocalypse, the cataclysm, revelations. What are you talking about? Blood flat? Hasn't this place only just turned a little red? Negative. The blood has already risen over Miss Lumine's ankles. The local contamination index is now over 10 times the human body's endurance threshold. I recommend that all present leave the area for your own safety to prevent the following: allergies, confusion, white matter distortion, mental deterioration, and I see, that's how far it's gone. How sad, but fear not, I will liberate you. The moment foretold by the world formula is coming. There is little time left. Let's kick his butt. No! What did you do? Seymour! I was busy studying. Okay, he has all the elements of the Abyss Liquor. His title is True Nature Revealed in the End. Alright, well, he went down like a punk. Fascinating. I thought you were only able to reach this place purely through luck, but it appears that it was not that at all. Indulge my curiosity, Miss Lumine. Could you tell me who you are exactly? So, again, we know I'm something beyond human. I'm a descender. Not going to answer? Well, that's fine. It was just a mild curiosity of mine. In any case, I haven't any further time to waste here. The appointed time is coming. I have enough blood to use. Any further delay may invite unwanted attention. From who? From whom? From whom? We're not going to let you get away. What time are you talking about? None of your concern. It has nothing to do with you. Anyway. Oh, abyss magic. You despicable. What have you done to the traveler? I wouldn't use that word. It's a matter of utility, not morality. You are indeed strong, but I wouldn't say the same for the others. Apologies. Jacob Ingold. That's confirmed. Okay, confirmed. So, he was the one mentioned in Act 2 of the Archon quest that Vacher, aka Marcel, all of his research was based on Jacob Ingold's work. And we know that he was around not long after the Conria disaster 500 years ago. So, the Neo-Humans, could the Neo-Humans be abyssal? Miss Mamere, Miss Paimon, please get behind me. My duty is to defend. Arrogance, you piece of soulless scrap. You were unable to defend Marianne then. Okay, Marianne, I'm running out of paper. Down here. Seymour belonged to Marianne. And we know Marianne was killed and turned into an oceanid by the author. Dissolved. Marianne, you should survive. Should you survive this battle, the giant revived beast will crush and digest you all. Is he bringing Alinus back? Farewell. They're coming this way! Based on the results, your attacks will not be effective in the structure. I'm not equipped to destroy it. Father? It's a Breacher Primus. It's heading for the Traveler. Look out! It's attacking the barrier.
Solidify!
Hey!
The Breacher Primus is on my side.
Access denied.
Okay, yesterday my theories were that the Breacher Primus, because they were alien, came from the same place as the Rift Hounds. That might be wrong, though. That might be incorrect. Could the Breachers... What was that round thing? It was helping us? Mamere, are you okay? Yes, Father. Huh? Here? I can't decipher what Father is saying, but I hear Father talking to Mamere. Since it's your will, it will be done. Could you both strike a pose? I'm gonna start drawing. I don't know, but I think Seymour can help. Logic module. Calculating. Attempting to rationalize reason for question. Results insufficient data. My logic module concludes that your decision is far from logical, Miss Mamere. Why did you push the problem to him? My primary design goal is to now sorting data fragments. We'll figure it out. I have faith in you, Mamere. I know you wouldn't do anything to harm us on purpose. Paimon hasn't decided what pose to strike yet. All strike and all goes as planned. Come on, you lot. We're confident. Confident, baby. You look great. Leave the rest to me. Mamere takes a deep breath, almost as if encouraging herself. With a few wags of her short little tail, she gets to work with another word. Her expression looks resolute and earnest, solemn, and even say not long after her work is done. It's done. That was super... wet. Oh god, that was... I thought it was the... Where? Apologies, Lamine. I brought you here before I even had the chance to say hello. Might I trouble you with helping me clear out that poison? Activate the prisms to clear them out. Okay, theory time. Game theory. Video game theory. The revived beast. Father, I said yesterday, and I said it again before, I think the Melazine are the children of Alinus. Right? The Melazine are the children of Alinus. Mamere, I believe her father is Alinus. And it's his consciousness. I said that giant stone thing, I think that was his heart. And that was proven true. So, one theory proven true. I am amazing. I am the best at theory. So, I think we're going to meet with Mamere's father. I think we're deep within Alinus' heart, which is itself its own world. And it has been corrupted and stagnated. All these things that look like a combination of... They have the aura of the chasm blood. Of the chasm filth, sorry. And the red glow of the... scarlet quartz. There you go. That... If it is Alinus, I'm going to give him an opposing voice. Meet the owner of the voice. Might I invite you up here? I still have much to say to you. Where's his head? His head would be over here. But I think, again, we're not speaking with his head. We're speaking with his heart. Oh, but then again, I mean, look at the floating flowers. It kind of reminds me of Irminsul. It kind of reminds me of being inside Irminsul. But with water. Okay. Is that Mamere? Okay. Some water. You're finally here. I've always wanted to meet you and talk to you, Lumine. You know me? I've been watching you all this time. Or should I say, sensing you. I felt your presence ever since that child of mine who loves art brought you inside my body. Confirmed. I'm sorry. Okay. That child of mine, Melazine, that was this right here. There. I don't know if you can make it out. Melazine, Children of Alinus, question mark. Confirmed. Bam. And inside my body, the entire island is Alinus. It's like a warm light was running to and fro within my organs and blood vessels. Alinus. That is my name. Beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Why did you appear in the form of a Melazine? Well, I find the form very beautiful, don't you think? I love them very much, for they are one and all my lovely children. In here, I can decide my own appearance, so of course I chose the look I love the most. And literally, he calls them children. I called them the children of Alinus. That's like a broad... These are literally his children. That's right. It happened a long, long time ago. Not long after I first experienced death. Many people, a spirit of the primordial waters, and many metal animals came into my body. Okay. I'm guessing that was the Ordo. There were then Assistant Croix Institute, the Institute of Natural Philosophy, the Metal Beasts of Elaine Guillotine, and a spirit of the primordial waters would be an Oceanid. Though I thought that they, like those two other people, were here to explore and gather my blood. I was originally just happy to have people here, but they chose to fight each other in the end instead. But of course, I was dead at that point. I was too weak to do anything beyond watching them in silence and feeling the wounds they left inside my body. In the end, someone triggered an explosion that caused a terrible shockwave. Many people died, and those metal animals also died. The survivors left, and everything was quiet once more. A lot of sharp shards pierced my body from the explosion's impacts, but later, tiny life emerged from those wounds and from my broken flesh. I was so overjoyed, for they were beautiful and intelligent. Also, that was when I realized that I could do more than destroy. I could bring beautiful new life into this world. So I spoke to them, and I told them many things. I taught them how to build a home for themselves, that they might grow up well, and there was happiness and liveliness everywhere. Later, they gradually became unable to hear my voice. That's fine, though. Just as Mother once said farewell to me, all children must grow up and leave their parents. Mother. The mother of dragons? Daenerys Stormborn? Okay, only that child who loves painting still speaks to me. She's even brought her friends. That's how I came to meet you. I'm truly happy. So you're my mare's father. That's right. Still, you truly are special. It was only the situation, when the situation was past salvaging, that I realized now my blood was poisonous to humans. But when you came into contact with my blood, not only did you not get poisoned, but instead you slowly became linked to me and my daughter's consciousnesses. You began to see and sense many things. You are the second person I have met who did not fear my blood. If only there were more people. Who was the other? So you don't know each other, but I saw you saying so many things to one another. I refer to the person who made my heart beating again. Jacob. Okay, Jacob was immune to effects of dragon blood. Is it because he was abyssal, or is there something different about him? A long, long time ago, he and someone else came into my body to collect my blood. Absorbing my blood would really raise his spirits. At that time, my children were not yet born. and I felt rather lonely. So as I lay here, as such, I was very pleased to meet him, and I was pleased to help him out. He must have tried to restore my heart to thank me for helping him, but I'm afraid I can't accept his kindness. As such, I thank you for stopping him and me. Why? Well, if I were to be revived, my heart would start beating. My blood would surge and my internal organs would come to life again. What would happen to my children? They and their beautiful little houses would be crushed and digested. That, too, would be a terrible tragedy. I might look like this now, but my body is in truth very big and frightening. In the beginning, my siblings and I took leave of our mother and came to play on the surface. The dragons. This is the creation of the sovereign dragons. But I realized the last thing I found fun and joyous were terrifying to others. It was too late, and I was filled with grief and regret. That's why I asked Mamere to use my blood to create a painting and give it to you. That way I get a chance to thank you in person. Thank you, Lamine, for stopping my heart. So long as I live, I will only bring grief to others, and I never wish to see that happen again. Dude, Alinus is amazing. I did it to stop Jacob. I see. Anyway, it's a rare opportunity. I haven't been this clear-minded in a long time. Why don't we chat about some other things? Yes, tell me everything. Give me all of the lore. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Oh, okay. New page. Tell me about your origins. Sure. My mother is the reason I exist. Mother is the most wonderful person in the world. She gave me my name, and it is a lovely name. Before I was born, I floated in cosmic darkness. It was cold and lonely. I was sad, and I would often cry. So he was aware before his birth? But later I heard Mother's voice. She wished for me to be born into a beautiful world, to give me life, to give me a strong and healthy body that I could walk the world, and grant me a beautiful name. She wanted to give me many siblings, wanted me to meet many friends, wanted me to see the beautiful sights beyond that cosmic dark. She did not deceive me, and I was happy. My elder siblings treated me well, and later many younger ones came along, and I treated them just as my elder siblings treated me. Later, we left the world beneath the earth. I felt the wind brush against my skin, the warmth from the sun, the water's icy and warm. Okay, so the dragons, maybe, came from below the earth. And do you know what's below to that right now? The abyss. And maybe the primordial sea. Okay. And they came to the surface. Life is wonderful, and it was wonderful, and I was able to witness this world. Only later I discovered I was different from the life in this world. The things that brought me happiness, the things that interested me, they were frightening and hurtful to those of this world. Eventually, I fell here and died. That saddened yet gladdened me. I treasured the life I was given by Mother, but my life would bring everyone such pain, so it was better this way. Later, just as Mother gave me life, I gave my children life, that they may walk upon this world, and it makes me proud and very happy. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let's talk about Jacob. That person from before. I fear I know little about him. He's not like you. Even after drinking my blood, so that confirms it, Jacob gained, that was, we learned back in page 5. Right? Back in page 5 of the Book of Revealing, that Jacob got his powers from drinking dragon blood. But still couldn't communicate. Okay. In the beginning, he came with someone else to search for the blood within my body. At that time, I could feel that they were different. That would be the author. I have a theory, and I hope this one's not true. They were tied in with the Golden Troop. These were people that were special, and they looked down on others, and it was around the time of the Conneria crisis. Could it have been our sibling? Could it have been Ether slash the other Ether slash Lumine character, our sibling of the Abyss? And while Jacob took the power for himself, in my case, Ether would have taken the blood to create Abyss Selectors and Abyss Heralds. There is something within him, a bit of dark, cold cosmos power. I thought, so my blood will do him good. Wonderful. Later, he would come often to collect my blood, all the way up until there was a great battle involving many people here, included him. He didn't come back after that. To be honest, I was worried that he might have died. Imagine how happy I was to see him return alive and well, and so tall and strong. Is there anything else you'd like to learn? About that Breacher Primus. I saw you were trapped and thought, if this goes on, I will be revived and you will die. My strength returned, so I thought, why don't I use one of my cells to attack the thing trapping you? That way you'd be able to move. Okay, they only appear on this island. I have yet to see a breacher outside of a challenge. I've yet to see a Breacher Primus off the Alinus Island. They're literally his body's defense. He was huge. They're literally his body's defense mechanisms. They can help to drive harmful things away from my body and protect my children. However, they aren't as smart as my children, so they will attack you too. Sorry about that. I'm glad to have helped out. I want to know more. Tell me about your siblings. Tell me about everything. I'm almost out of time, too. There's a lot of things I'd love to talk to you about, but the life I received this time is almost spent. Could you do me a favor? What do you need? Could you tell my mayor? How about this? Your paintings are very beautiful. I love you and I'm so very proud of you. That's right. Please get along with your sisters. They love you very much as well. Thanks a bunch. I got it. Honestly, it was great meeting you. She's gone. Someday I hope I'll be able to traverse this world without fear of causing harm or death to others. So my theory that Nouvellette might be this dragon reborn is wrong. When the times come, I'll be sure to show you what I really look like. You've been staring at the painting the whole time. You were just like Seymour. He said he was searching for data, and since then he just hadn't moved at all. Your paintings are very beautiful. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Lumine, where did that come from? You okay? I'm fine. Someone asked me to pass their words on to you, my mare. I see, thank you. Please get along with your sisters. They love you very much as well. Come on, I always gotten along with everyone, seriously. But since Father said so, I got it. Thank you, Lumine. Paimon didn't notice, but when did that thing turn back to stone? It crystallized again. People call really good paintings absorbing. So you painted it in order to absorb Lumine. I'll explain in detail later. We're safe for now, us and the Melazines. I absolutely love it. Paimon can't understand it at all. Paimon doesn't know what to say about your art, other than it looks amazing. Is that what they call the artistic baptism of fire? What? I'm glad you like it either way. I'm not a good speaker unlike you, Paimon, but when I'm with you, I'm very happy, and that's why I'm going to give you something that makes you happy too. Preliminary memory fragment sorting is complete. I now may answer previously unanswerable questions. Who's your master? And your purpose? Good. I am prototype 4AC V07, designed by to accompany and protect my master, Miss Marianne. I knew that. Awesome. Marianne? From the Narcissenkreuz. Affirmative. Miss Marianne was my master, and my prime directive was to accompany her on blank's behalf. So it's a person. And ensure that she would smile happily. Maybe Elaine Guillotine, her brother? Or her uncle, who we knew was also Uncle Guillotine, responsible for many. I've not been able to fulfill the duty for 1/7 times 10 to the 21st powers clockwork cycles due to a lack of a relay module. In truth, I cannot ascertain Miss Marianne's present location either. This should never happen. My logic unit requires immediate repair. Allow me to depart. My standard deduction module has already calculated the most likely location. You're leaving? Affirmative. I thank you for your care, but I have a duty I must fulfill. Deduce danger high. For your safety, I must refuse. But I promise to return and express formal gratitude once I find my master. Some of my memories remain damaged. I do not presently know where the Narcissenkreuz Ordo that I must reach is. I do. It will inevitably take a great amount of time. For that, you have my apologies. Affirmative. Be careful, Seymour. You have to come back. My token, the symbol of my life, is with you. So don't go breaking down someplace where I can't find you. You have my word. I will fulfill my mission and return to your spatial coordinates. Oh, okay, got it. Anyway, I suddenly got a bout of inspiration. I'm going to paint now. Don't forget to come back and see you when you're finished. You have a deal. We'll take care of Seymour for you for now. I understand. Stay safe. I'll make a move first. She sadly skips away. I want to see some Kreuzor, though. I think I know where to find the place. Discover the secret found within a Linus. We got Mimer's painting for the teapot? Forgot we also got those. There you go. The portrait Mimer painted you. Things first and foremost, I want to check out the Melazine village.
Next on the agenda.
I'm not picking her flowers. Here you are. See my flower garden today? How are they doing? After the ugly machine got dug out, they haven't returned. Oh my god. The ugly machine, Linus mentioned the ugly that there are machines that exploded and got embedded in his body, and Breacher Primuses are cells. So the metal jammed into him was leaking his cells out, and it was attacking. Because they're not smart, so they attack indiscriminately.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, that's cool. I just want to do a quick once-over and see... Veronata. Lumine and Paimon, we meet again. Hey, Vera, not been a while. She was the one who we did the ship research with? Or the potions. That's it, yeah. No. We actually found a Melusine who's willing to help test. Karabos herself is already headed through the thoroughly documented potions of efficacy. Karabos was so excited to hear someone willing to test it, she left home without bringing the potion. The Master Potioneer. The Melusine in question is named Topias. She claims to be a musician and volunteered that she heard the Potioneer had developed a wondrous potion. Speaking of musicians in Genshin Universe, I did get tickets. It was a huge hassle, but I managed to score tickets to the Genshin concert in New York City in January. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to that. Alright. Do you remember the True Sight potion? I do. We're getting her an advanced version. It allowed me to see stuff I couldn't see before, so I dug it. Cool. Echoes of the Ancient World. Lumine, Paimon, can you come over here for a second? Hey, Serene. She's the leader of the village. So remember you two said you wanted to go collect some components? Collecting components. You mean fixing Seymour? Yeah, at the time I didn't have that many components with me, so I couldn't help you. So I went out to collect some more. You sure got a lot. Take them. You could speed up the repairs, right? I should have expected that. In that case, you doubly deserve them. You've been putting in a lot of work to help everyone, right? If that's the case, I'd like you to have these components as a token of my gratitude. Thank you for taking care of everyone in the village. I'm so happy that Zana's here in the village, too. If you need anything, you can trade her. Oh. So much left to do today. About that earthquake, my mayor told us about the situation. It was the first time that kid talked that much. Anyway, Monsieur Neuvillette is very concerned about the matter. And I heard that he and the Maréchal's Fontaine have already sent someone to investigate. Hunter's Brooch, okay. We're gonna go talk to the fisher. Iara sounds familiar. Is Iara the name of a mermaid? That's a weird question, but I'm gonna type Iara mermaid. Iara is the name of a Brazilian mermaid in mythology. Alright, hold on. Serene mermaid. Serene could be Siren.
I need to learn some fancier fishing techniques.
I typed that in and just Siren comes up. Could they be named after, like, mythical beings? Like the Siren, the Yara... Virda. Virda was the...
Today's a good day to train hard.
Verda. Not really seeing that.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Ooh, there's something.
Today's
Genshin
a
lore
good day, train
Melazine
hard.
names. Click on that. Aetha, the warrior lover of Cuchulainn. Ahis, the princess of a sunken city of Ys in Burton mythology. Kanatila, a wood elf in Lakota Sioux. Doesn't really match the names. Karabos, a wicked fairy from the Princess Mayblossom story. Blah, blah, blah. Who else? Glastia, remember Glastia? A ghost from Scottish mythology. Iara is a water fairy. I got the Brazilian mermaid.
Train hard.
Luca, a siren Luca who dwelled in Italy. Mamere means my mother. Mela. Menthi is the name of a nymph in Greek mythology. Puka is a creature from Celtic folklore.
Today's a good day to train hard.
So they all
It's
have,
so nice
a
to
lot
be
of them have
stressed.
relations to like springs and stuff like that. Can you tell us what happened to the Eremites? Sadil contacted the guards. They should be with the Maison Gaudianage's custody by now. She said the Marachus Phantom is in charge of finding bad guys. In this case, they've been found. We can just directly hand them over to the Maison. What do you do for training? You have to undergo strict assessments. Why do you want to join the Phantoms? Because I want to defend justice as one of their members, and the uniform is super cool. Heard about what happened. Sorry, my little sister caused you trouble. I'll remind her in the future. I'll pass on the tights. If you don't like them, we'll find clothes that you do like. You love fashionable outfits, right? Tell me about Verda. She's not injured, thanks to you. She seems to have gotten all excited about having been able to help out, though. I wonder if she heard... I have to wonder if she heard a word I said about staying safe. Wolfina. Heard from my big sister that you saved her. You're super awesome. Thanks. I only call myself the normal kind of awesome. I beg you. You're just like the great adventurer Stanley from Mondstadt. Yes! Hooray for Melazine Adventurer.
Wow. I want to be an adventurer too.
I believe in you. I think we should get a... I know, eventually, what was her name? In the original trailer with Riosli, we saw a tiny girl who looked human, but was supposedly Melazine, named, Sigwin. Zana. Shiny stuff? I was at the Fontaine Research Institute. Ooh. Enigmatic page 13. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 total. Oh no, but there's 2 of each. Let's get the rift cores, 20 rift cores, 20 meshing gears. Good. I don't see my mare. Let's go to... A very bright place. No longer weird and like corrupted and glowing red. It's a really big conch. They must be Topius and the Potioneer. Oh, wait. So many moons. 1, 2, 3. In Enkanomiya, we learned that the mythology of the original Lord Savat had 3 moons. So is that a 3 moons reference? I don't understand what you said. It seems the truth shall remain elusive without the use of our latest potion. Sounds like you're looking for me specifically. Humans attracted by my fame? I never realized my reputation as a potioneer had already been spread so far among humankind. I just coughed. Yeah, that's perfect. As you can see, I am in the middle of an important experiment. Veranata asked us to bring this to you. Speaking of which, I do not believe I've learned your names, dear benefactors. Paimon is Paimon, and she's Lumine. Could you be the one who assisted testing the potions before? I recall seeing your name on Veranata's notes. In the flesh. I was able to create an improved version. Thus, it's clear I owe you both a debt of gratitude. Should you require any potions, tell me. No need to be polite. A potion could be Mora. No, wait, we're not here for that. She's gone all loopy. Is she okay? We Melazine are quite hardy. We won't be in danger from drinking something odd. It's a pick-me-up potion. Carbos administered the pick-me-up potion to Topius. They're my benefactors and potion testers. I'm a musician. What is the truth? All she saw was a ghost ship. The essence of my music is in an attempt to reveal the truth hidden all around us, like the whisper of the waves, the call of sea stars, the joyous choruses of the sand. Anyway, it functions on the same principle as the Truth Sight potion. I hope to create music that could transmit the truth by my own strength. I want to give Mamere her gift as soon as possible. If I can't create a song quick enough, then Mamere might leave the village. We're friends of hers. We're totally adventuring companions. Since you're her partners, you must be reliable. Maybe I can get that thing. Legend says, under the waters within a sealed ancient cave lies a score upon which the melody of Vesta is recorded. Though no Melazine has ever successfully entered the cave, I heard that the melody is played, the listeners can be transported into a dreamland. If we obtained it, then I could still perform a song for Mamere as a gift. We've opened a lot of seals in our time. We even helped raise some seals, like Berry Puff. Oh, different kind of seal? Never mind. Your Mamere's adventuring companions. We're in the lower Melazine village, but I see no Melazine down here. So let's continue on. Getting closer. I really wonder what they like to eat. What shall I feed? Hell, it's been a while. Would you like to have some tea? I've been trying to raise breacher primuses, so I've been making plans to get acquainted with them on friendly terms. Tidalga membrane, barrel conch organs, or dried lumatoile skin. Lumatoile? Nobody's been inside. Maybe someone saw seal and made a legend. Oh, okay. Lumine is the perfect test subject for this new version. Capital proposal. You take the True Sight potion, gulp it down. Gurana wants to join the Maritus Phantom someday, but I guess I need to do my best too. Gurana. Must have seen something we cannot. Yep. You can see the truth means you can interact with the truth. The truth is not bound by its confines of our thoughts and eyes. First things first, I thought I saw, yep, a free Ramara team flower. Alright, let's, this mysterious cave. Yeah, take a look. How, 96%. 96, 97. We are almost fully done exploring the first region of Fontaine. Came from down there, but there's a whole region up here. Let's check this first. No treasure here. Let's look somewhere else. The bronze plate should be the lost score for the Melody of Vista. A bronze plate said to be a musical score recording an ancient melody. More hydro sigils. Let's look at the score. What kind of music is recorded? Pam can't wait to find out. After a quick cleanup, you present the musical score to Pius. Yeah, nope, I can't understand this at all. Though the bronze plate does have a musical score on it, I've never seen the symbols before. I've read a lot of human notations before, but this is the first time I've seen anything like this. We just need to find someone who can understand it. Let's go find Catherine. Fontaine is full of artists. The Adventurers Guild can help us. Okay. How am I doing on this? Let's see how I'm doing for my reputation. I did my this week's bounty, and if I finish all of the side quests, Strange Stone Chronicle, Echoes of an Ancient World, 3 primary colors of the solar corona. If I finish those 3, I get level 4 reputation, which gives me a new thing, and do not yet have enough for the wind-powered wind generator, which gives you a boost when gliding. Let's think. Had I also done it the very first week, I would have had an additional 420, which probably, nice, means I would not have had enough to get up to level 5 yet, but I would have been a lot closer. Catherine! Long time no see. Looks like you're busy. We'll wait over here. It's fine. This young lady's almost finished handling her business. Are you here for a new commission? This time we're actually here to post one. I never thought there would be a problem seasoned adventures like you couldn't solve. Actually, you explained the situation with lost music to Catherine. She's a musician. I'm Telefair. Could I have a look at the scene, at the score you just mentioned? Notation of phonetic notes. It is exactly as I thought. This is a score left behind by the ancient Romurians. Romuria is the name. Is an ancient lost civilization. I know in Marvel comics, and particularly Namor, the Submariner, there are 2 underwater cities, Atlantis and Lemuria. Lemuria, that controlled these waters before the foundation of the court of Fontaine. Phonetic notes were a writing system used by the Romurians. Rather than recording languages, they were used to record music. The civilization was based around music. It is said that they once built a massive musical instrument even grander than the Opera House. It was capable of playing music even to the dome of the sky. Legend says they sailed musical ships that carried thousands, and that each sigh and shudder of every note was carried on the edge of their empire. That sounds awesome. Thousands of years ago, a great flood destroyed all of it in a single day. The civilization of Remuria perished in a cataclysmic tide. But though Remuria vanished, it left behind a rich legacy for Fontaine, especially the arts. Whether in music, drawing, or sculpture, we have been deeply influenced by the Remurian civilization. It would not be exaggerating to say that they are the font of all arts in Fontaine. Not to mention the greatest musician in Fontaine's history, Boethius, served as the harmost for the court of Remuria itself. Any musician who wishes to attain greatness must study musical theory. The Melody of Vesta. Though I've never seen the movements written here before, since it's been written using ordinary phonetic notes, it's not difficult to understand, but based on the arrangement, it must have been written for a specific instrument. Romurians would sometimes use a huge conch. We were into Topias, that's right. We'll see you later. So there's several other things I want to do. I want to check out that book, and I want to go check out the other... this would be the closest one. Very quick place. Give me your manta blades. Giant conch shell. Hey, come on, we gotta go back to the giant conch shell. Over here. It's you. We figured the music out. Before we talk, we need to ask you about the giant conch we saw. Conch harps. They are indeed an instrument. In fact, it's the first instrument I learned to play. It looks like we were right on the Mora. You give an annotated copy of the Melody of Vesta to Tobias and tell her about the lost score on the conch harp. So the music was originally meant to be played by a conch harp. If it weren't for the conch harp, I wouldn't have any interest in music. My first memories are from the conch harp. This is cute. I want to hear it. Will you help me catch up? Oh, clean up. Place this token and clean up the conch's mouthpiece. Place the token at the top. Need to give it a smack. Let's shoot it in. There you go. A whole bunch of armored crabs. Oh, that's why it was all blocked off. Now, a big one. She begins the conch harp performance. It's just vibe. Sounds like this is like spa music when you sit in a spa. You'll wash away your fatigue just like that. Even though I can't carry people off to a dreamscape like legend says, it's truly beautiful music. I'm grateful, thank you. Here's the reward. Okay. Decipher page 13. So go to Alinus and carry out the above order together. Buy time. Let us meet in the new universe in the pure sea of tranquility.
I'll keep this close.
Ooh. A purple. Scenery within a Linus. There's a new there. So, according to page 13, Jacob and someone were sent to Alinus. Meet in the Sea of Tranquility. Is it like, hey, it doesn't matter what we do now, because in the end we're going to dissolve and we'll all meet at the end of the sea? There shouldn't be any monsters, but who knows what other dangers? You shouldn't be going running on your own. I did run off. Just looking for my token. Leave it to us. The Strange Stone Chronicle was one of the 3 remaining quests. Now 2. The last was like the 3 colors of the corona. Yeah, there's a lot of breachers over here, that's right. Alright, let's
Let's go on a big adventure. Time to... I see everything. No touching. All hail.
see you involved, my guy.
Wipe out. Jumping back. Blazing delight. Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
One thing I finally realized after yesterday while playing around is that Hydro MC's power drains her HP as it's being used, which is ridiculous.
Hey! No touching. Go! Ah. Woo.
Hookah's token.
Da-da-da.
Paimon's never seen a rock like this before. Have I talked to you? That's Veronata. Okay, Puka's in the sub-village. Get with her sister Giasti. We did know that. You give the token to Puka. What? It's an aura we've never seen before. You pick up pretty stones. Have you seen this? It's pretty, but it's not precious. You won't find anything like in other places, but they're everywhere in nearby ore veins. So it's a part of Alinus then? If it's unique to this region, we go fortune if we sold it elsewhere. And again, we now know that the ore veins of Mercy Village are literal veins. Right? They're the veins of Alinus that his dragon blood flows through. Yo, Chessel. We found some mysterious ore. You have an extensive history. You should know what to tell you. I've never seen anything like this. The unique sheen, smooth texture. It's no doubt a very rare variety. It's a primonial rock. What a chunk of ore. If we had to say something, we could forge accessories that would take Fontaine by storm. The source is a trade secret. As long as you have a reliable way of getting it. In addition, the ore you brought is I'm willing to purchase it to make new products. $100,000. Let's go back and talk to Puka. Almost there. We're kind of flying through these world quests. I'm digging it. Oh, also, there's apparently one more part to the Salsa world quest. I just don't know where it is. But I don't think it's part of this list, so I don't know if I care about it. It's about the stone we found last time. People outside really thought it was a precious gemstone? I've shown it to my sister before. Humans are hard to understand. I know a lot of places with stones like that. If you want, I'll show you where it is. She marks the location of the strange ore on your map. We don't really need anything like that. You've helped so much. There you go. We got a whole bunch. 7, 9, 14. So 30 strange ore. My gemstone supplier. You found so much. It's an enormous help. I already sent the order to the workshop. I haven't received my sample product yet, but it could be because the artisans aren't familiar with working a gem of this kind. I'm planning on turning them into accessories. They'll become the newest craze. The Strange Stone Chronicles complete. Alright, the final world quest awaits. Three primary colors of a solar corona. Let's take a quick peek-see over here.
A good newspaper
Where
should be
does
a
it
lighthouse
start?
of truth.
That's all I need to know. Talk to... Sluasi.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
All right. It says the other one should be up here somewhere. I mean, immediately there's something out of place. Maintain that constant uptime.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Here we go. Palma can't stand how ugly these objects look. They remind me of ugly things we saw last time. Why is there a hydro monument buried underground? Paimon doesn't get it. Should we rearrange it just like how Salsa taught us? Lift. Looks so much better. Robbers. A robbery in broad daylight. Robbers, where? Talking about you two. Not only did you destroy my masterpiece, you even took the chest. It's the evil green guy. So these ugly things are your masterpieces? What do you mean ugly things? Haven't you heard of installation art? Oh, looks like Fontaine's art education still has a long way to go. You two look like you're from Fontaine. We're not. Paimon's Paimon and she's Traveler. We're members. We're members of an evil organization. We don't have to wear uniforms, so we're not bad guys in green. I'm Ubu. And adventure Ubu. Sit, Ubu. Sit. Good dog. Or Ubu, the villain of the second hand of Ra's al Ghul from Batman. Yeah. Seeing how you guys are making zero sense, I'm guessing you're often up to crazy shenanigans. I won't pursue it this time. I need to restore the work. I have nothing to thank you for, but I have a million things I want to yell at you for. Salsa? With me around, you don't have to be scared, Paimon. Evil green guy, we have destroyed all the traps you laid by you. Stop trying to ruin beautiful Fontaine with your sinister traps. You destroyed all my artwork? We didn't destroy them. We rearranged them to suit the surrounding scenery. You brats and plebeians! How could you hope to understand art? To turn my installation art, my works, into something so mediocre and mundane? I mean, my guy, you're putting art installations in the beautiful Fontainian countryside. The boundaries of art are set by the artist. The work creates by an artist a natural work. It is I, Ubu, the extraordinary installation artist. As founder of the Alliance of Artists to overthrow the evil organization to protect the future of Fontaine, I declare I do not recognize it as art. Basically, we have to take you down. As a painter, you could say, I'm an artist. Of course, I'm qualified. An artist isn't some child's play. You can't say you're an artist just because you want to become one. Well, it makes you qualified. Your work, the installation you speak of, those evil traps, do people clap when they see them? There are too many plebeians who can't comprehend the charm of... you should start by making art that people can actually... Simply put, no one understands it at all. My works are perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm not giving up. This isn't over. Ubu stumbles away. What a stubborn enemy. I will not give up. The future of Fontaine's art rests on my shoulders. The aesthetic of ugliness. And thus does Fontaine take 2 steps toward further beauty. Further toward beauty. I found prospective members who are willing to participate, but need to carry out the rigorous assessment and make sure they have the right qualifications.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Alright, Mercy Village. This one. Sluicy, if I recall, was the one furthest up there to the right. Check in with Serene first. Nothing. She normally is out in the middle. She isn't usually facing the corner. Sluasi. Oh, we had a cutscene. We're good. Don't talk so puddly. You made me almost shatter the powder. Gems. Wouldn't it be stranger to not find them here? This is my workshop, where I process gems. Studio Sluasi. That means I turn gems into pretty ornaments. I won't be able to make a new commission. I need to concentrate on making paints. She recently saved my younger sister. Oh, she's making paint for my mare. Aw. Mamere's affected everyone. Oh, this is Puka's older sister. I just helped out Puka. Yes, that was us. We are both very esteemed. Beautiful jewels. What would you call the closest thing to sun in color? I tried to observe the sun myself, and much of the materials I have to recreate its tones. Gold, perhaps? Gold is the tears of the sun. What do you consider the closest to sun in color? Core lapis. There you go. It's warm, it smells good, feels soft, gentle as the sun. Surely humans must use these to make food. Sluasi carefully checks the material before handing it back to you. Leaning more towards white. The sun is more white than it is gold. Okay, I need something white next. Qixing flowers. I have many. It's the opposite of what the sun's color is. You mean black? We've heard of black suns and black stars. In fact, the black sun is what King Deshret was referred to. So if it was the sun at night, the sun doesn't become black. Never mind. A basic iron chunk. I'm sure I'll be able to give her pigments as bright as the sun. I think the Melusine have different, eyesight than us. They physically see things on a different level. Their truth is different than ours. I'm missing one thing. Oh, it's driving me nuts. All right. So, you know, let's check this out first. The Narcissenkreuz Orb. The Institute of Natural Philosophy. So this is where they were all stationed. All those people
Next
that I've
on the
been
agenda.
theory crafting about for days now. For a day now, sorry.
We're way behind schedule.
There we go. There are suspicions that some sort of association or group activity among the leaders, with a so-called master involved. While we are currently vigilant towards external investigations, there's no evidence of aggression or any invasive nature. So the case is not being pursued through official channels. Objective remains unclear, further investigation required. There's reason to suspect that the Institute may be the hub of these activities. We know there was an association. Who is the master, though? So they were active inside the Institute.
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
Okay, let's go back here to the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. The final quest. Talk to Seymour. Something's happening. The final question. Hey, Anne? Anne? That moved. Pointing directly towards this. So this is the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Recording. This location and data regarding it have been recorded in my storage unit. We've been here before. The Marianne you're looking for probably isn't here. We might still find some clues that we didn't before. Do you remember anything useful upon arriving here? Negative. The newly recorded information is pending further analysis. Organization, no effective conclusion. Then we are going to have to wait a long time. Record space collation starting. Interrupting space collation process. What instructions? We don't know anything about you. We know that your master isn't Mamere, but someone named Marianne. Now it seems like you tell us more about yourself and Marianne. We might be able to help you. Lamine, what would you like to ask? Tell us about yourself. I am prototype designed by that to accompany and protect Marianne. I'm equipped with the most advanced optic, memory storage unit, logic unit, and modules in here. It might be impressive, the equipment, the harder fix once it's broken. More precisely, blank grasped blank. Information regarding blank can be extracted using blank. This allows me to keep a log of Miss Marianne's daily life and also act as an agent's assistant. An agent refers to a member of the Marshus Phantom. It undertakes investigations. In this context, assistant refers to Seymour. Oh! So Marianne was a member of the Phantoms. Oh, and Seymour was her assistant. Miss Marianne's role as an agent was not publicized. The case she investigated has to do with blank. It performed at the direction of blank. As such, maybe she was installed into this organization to investigate them. Tell me about the Narcissus Kreutz Ordo. Before meeting Miss Mamere were those of executing a specific process. The process was the capture of fugitive elements from the Narcissenkreuz. Miss Marianne was also executing this. As her companion, I followed her and blank into Alinus. There we encountered members, including Jacob, a core member of the Ordo. Okay. To hunt rogue members of Ordo, including Jacob Ingold. So he was a member. Marianne was pursuing him. Well, I guess there's some relation. We should have captured Jacob and questioned him. Paimon wonders if he'll come back if we even meet again. He doesn't seem like the sort who will simply answer questions if asked. If all else fails, you know, good cop, bad cop. You mean when I've completed my record? Yeah. One more question. Tell me about your latest records. A fierce battle against the members of the Ordo broke out within Elias. We did hear that. Alinus, sorry. So it was the people and mechs of the Marchus with the members of the Ordo. The Rogue Ordo. We must foil the Ordo's plans. To that end, Jacob Ingold blank must be stopped. Due to blank, garbled blank 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 to Miss Marianne. Affirmative. Your summary is oversimplistic, but it's basically the truth. Finding Marianne might be somewhat difficult. Can I introduce you to a little Ocean named Anne? Alright, you explain about the conversation you had with Alinus. Paimon thought you'd gotten sick or something when you started saying all that weird stuff. Good to know you're fine. Ah, Anne! Yay! Anne, you're awake. Oh, good morning, Paimon Nightlumine. Paimon, introduce you. This is Anne, an Oceanid and friend of ours. Anne, this is... I know you. You're the silly dog Seymour. Oh my god, there was a talking dog in the Narcissenkreuz adventure. They had a silly talking dog. Named... Oh god, right here. Narcissus was the fell dragon. Aegis of the Four Orthants, which has to do with what we learned. Narcissenkreuz adventuring team. Anne Petitcho, Princess Lyris, Al, Colonel Kate, Jack, and Maury. All right, ready? Hold on. Time to combine some data. So Anne was obviously Marianne. Princess Lyris was Lyris. Jack the Frog was Jacob Ingold. Maury the dog was Seymour. He was the boar dog, yeah. Al the duck was Elaine. But Elaine was brothers with Petit Cho, the finch. But the brother or the sibling of Al the duck was the sibling of Elaine was Marianne. So who is Petit Cho is the question. And who is Colonel Kate, the squirrel? Those are the only two we do not have matching people for. There was someone named Basil Elton. Elton's Gulch, the Elton Canyon that we saw, that could be related to that. Anapausis, Narcissus would be their enemy was Narcissus. Their enemy, Narcissus the Dragon, was the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, and they were the rogue group. Right? Huh? I lack relevant data. I do not believe I have the honor of meeting Oceanidan. I've never met you either, but I'm sure from the moment you must be Seymour. This must be... I don't know either. I feel strange. Regular record space correlation can decrease the frequency of such issues. Let's bring you up to speed. So Seymour is searching for Marianne. No wonder the name familiar. Yep. Anyway, Paimon had it with you, you silly dog. According to what Seymour said before, that can't be the same Marianne, right? The timing. Based on your statement, I have deduced that you have met someone named Marianne in the past, or perhaps read or heard of such a person. That wasn't her, you know? Marianne is in Anapausis, Marianne 1, and the one you're looking for is Marianne 2. Negative. The Miss Marianne I am searching for is the higher sequential priority. To prevent confusion, she should be Marianne 1. Paimon, stop giving paradoxes to the robot dog. Or logical fallacies. Paimon didn't think you had the many mean bones in you. If you sit, we will be able to improve photo-taking stability. Do you need to take a photo, Oceanidan? I am equipped with the most advanced optics in the Fontaine Institute. I can... Do you want to go to Anapausis? I don't think we'll need to trouble you this time. I can just show you the way. I want to go to Anapausis. The final question. Again, it's the fact that there's 4 chairs inside here and then Narcissenkreuz that... Now, trying to remember where Anapausis is. Right here is Elton Trench. Could have something to do with, obviously, Basil Elson. Poisson. Where was Anapausis? There we go. We got through Anapausis through the tower. With, again, a giant sleeping Oceanid on it, which I feel is very strange still. I want to see if I can go back. And this enters the illusion of the school. This the way?
Next on the agenda.
There it was. Wait, no, we're back on the first floor? Cannot enter. Alright, hold on, ready? We're gonna check this out. Genshin. The final question. Go to the Genshin official wiki and see there is no quest after this. There's no follow-up quest.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
The Resistance Points Institute members who joined following the Cataclysm, which has to be... Yeah, I don't think there's anything more as of right now. Ugh. All right. Dang it. So it's not accessible as of right now. But I think that means we've done. We're finished with everything we can do. Yo! Let's, for now... set a reputation 4 name card. And learn a new recipe. Alright.
This had better be important.
So, we've got a lot of
Behold!
All right. All right, not bad.
The wind rises. Quit following me. Behold.
We are, for now, done exploring Fontaine. I'm probably only going to pop in now to do dailies and keep grinding for bosses.
Squall and fury.
So, around Fontaine, there's several locations we know that are going to be coming in the next few expansions. Let's get to a good, nice vantage point. Obviously, right there, that is the only location that we have guaranteed so far. That is the Fontaine Research Institute, and as we learned from the Salsa quest, right below it are the ruins of the old Research Institute that they have decided to keep as ruins as a tourist attraction. So, that I'm very interested to see. There's a building over there that looks very nice and palatial. There's one building
The wind rises.
over there that is the same kind of structure. So right, those two of them. I'm betting one of those is the Maison Gardiennage. There's this mountain range, this incredibly tall mountain range that looks to rival... Where's Dragonspine? Dragonspine in height. It's massive. So I'm assuming that is eventually going to be added. And finally, there's this building right here, covered in smoke and mist. I'm betting that is the Fortress of Meripede. And I'm thinking that will be the next edition. So you know what? No. So that way, north, west. So west, over here is the mountain range. Over here is the Fontaine Research Institute. And over here is the Fortress of Meripede. I could see them doing either north to the Institute or west to the Fortress of Meripede, because we know Child is now imprisoned there, and we know Riosli is going to be a character in the next patch. So I could very much see that being the next location. Right here, to the east of Fontaine. A eastward expansion, which is slowly gonna fill in more and more of this area. Like, I could see it being, like, up here. And maybe, like, eventually there will be one that's just, like, the coastline, where they do a full coast of Liyue and Sumeru, the coast around Fontaine. That's what I could see. Oh, you know what? There's one more thing I can do, and I realize it's probably the last thing I can do.
Too slow. Too slow.
$174. So that would be 30, 60, 90, 120. Might we'll get to level 18. Let's do it. Hells yeah. So we got the Midlander Claymore, Crown of Insight, not bad. I could see probably we got a few more chests, right? We have 96, 97, 97. I could see there being enough chests left to get us to level 20 if they're like big important chests. Yeah. Man, I said it before, I really love everything we're getting out of Fontaine. I think this is the peak of its storytelling so far. I think this is by far the best we've gotten. And DeLuke is on. No, DeLuke. Damn. Alright. New weapon obtained. Title Shadow. Alright, guys. That's literally everything I can do. So, I'm just gonna say, thank you so much for joining me, and it was actually kind of worth making this a full stream. Because I got streamed for over 2 hours. I got a lot of really cool theories. I got... Again, the theory crafter in me. Yesterday, all the notes from one stream yesterday, all the notes from today's stream. Literally plenty. And if I combine that with all these notes from my first day, my first 2 streams in Fontaine, I have so much information. This World Quest was a lore dump, though. This was huge, and I'm really excited to see how they continue it, particularly with Anne and Seymour, and what we get going forward. But for now, I'm going to call it. So, guys, thank you for joining me. I am going to be back this afternoon, so probably in a few hours. I got to go out for a little bit, in like 30 minutes, half an hour. Same thing. So I might be back to stream around 5 o'clock today, maybe a little later, and I'm going to start Baldur's Gate 3. So if you're watching this on Twitch, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you are following here on Twitch. You get all the games live as I play them. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. You can check out all the things I got coming out over on Twitch and a bunch of old stuff here on YouTube. Again, thank you. That is it for this thing that I'm doing. I will be seeing you guys. Until next time, stay awesome.